Hi YouTube, hope you are well. Right, this is a follow-on video to the previous one I'd done, was how to install Ubuntu 17.04. In that video I used VirtualBox, which is a bit like VMware, to create a virtual machine, and on that I installed Ubuntu 17.04. I did speed up the video dramatically because it did take quite a while, but I didn't actually, there might be some points there I didn't come across. Well, the first footnote I want to mention, if you have an existing operating system, could be Windows 10, Windows 8, Windows 7, or whatever operating system, when you get to that screen asking you where do you want to install, there should be an option will appear saying do you want to install it alongside the name of your operating system. If you select that radio button, what will then happen is it will resize the drive to allow enough space to install the partition, and then create the grub loader, which is a bit like a bootloader, that will allow you then to select between Windows, if you had that Windows on your system, and then obviously the Linux you've now installed. But on that particular one, because we had it on a virtual machine and it was the only operating system installed, that's why we erased the whole disk and installed it from there. But if you had an existing operating system, that's how you do it. You'll select the radio button that says install alongside, and it will rework it itself. Okay, but this video, the follow-on, is going to show you around the desktop, show you where the start menu is, which is similar to the start button on Windows, and also then show you some of the apps and some similarities with Windows. So let's get started. Hi. Right, as you remember from the last video, we shut down the virtual machine, and so I'm going to go from the premise of just booting up the system for the first time, so we'll wait for that to boot up. But in this video I'm going to show you around the desktop. I'm going to show you just one command line command, which is a bit like the command prompt in Windows. I'm going to actually change the resolution, because when it first boots up, you can see the bottom of the start menu has been cut off because the resolution was set up not in 800 by 600. So I will show you how you change the screen resolution. As you can now see, the video has the desktop has loaded, and so I'm going to show you around. You see your icon there. You got your rubbish bin, which is a bit like your wastebasket in or your recycle bin in Windows. And it's obviously because I'm using the Redmond, made it look like Windows by setting the Redmond as its window manager, so it looks like Windows, well, not full Windows. As you can see, I'm showing the top. It can be at the top, but in this it's at the bottom. But on versions of Linux, it can be at the top as well, the menu bar. But this was down here. I'm showing you the menu when it come up, and you see the color scheme is like Windows. I've set it to there to make it look like Windows. Your archive manager, your character map, your disks, your file manager is a bit like Windows Explorer. You got your calculator, you got your image viewer, and you've got LeafPad, which comes with LXDE, the version that's installed on here. It's an LXDE environment, so it comes with LeafPad, which is a bit like Notepad on Windows. So if you're familiar with Notepad, it should be easy to use LeafPad as an alternative in Linux. Like I said with the intro, again, it could be a single system you've got it on, or it could be a dual boot. So it's up to you how you've got it set up. But in this, it's a single machine, the only operating system installed, hence it boots straight in. I've not saved it. I'll show you some more commands you can get there, and eventually what we'll do is we'll actually go through, and on the sounder video, Brasero is not installed. So in the next video I'll install Brasero and show you around how to create an audio CD, but that'll be the next video. But this one, as I said, is just showing you around the desktop. As you can see, the Office is missing LibreOffice, which is compatible to Microsoft Office. Again, another video I'll install LibreOffice and show you around LibreOffice as well. I'm now going to go in a minute to show you how you change the monitor settings, screen resolution, which is under monitor settings under the preferences. So you go to preferences, go to monitor settings, and you can change the monitor setting there. At the moment you'll see it's 808 by 630, which is unreasonable well, you couldn't display it, that's why the bottom is missed off. missing. So I've actually going to change the resolution to 800 by 600, and then you'll magically see the little start menu in the bottom left hand corner of the screen, which is down there, I think. See? And there you go, it's now come up with a full screen with the actual full display and the actual icon in the bottom left hand corner. Again, I'll show you some more features around there and show you the command line, which again you get the command line through the system tools and LX terminal. So when you select LX terminal, it will pop up, and it's a bit like command prompt in Windows. So if you use command prompt in Windows to do your cd direct change directory, which is the same command in Linux, cd, make dir mkdir to make a directory, and the only difference between Linux and Windows is when you want to list the contents of a directory. In Windows you type the word dir, but in Linux you type the word ls. And the other thing, when you type ls, it will display it across the screen, so horizontally, not vertically. If you want a listing close to Windows where it's listed vertically, you need to tack an L at the end of it, so ls space tack L, which is the tack is the minus key. So hit that and it will display it vertically, not horizontally. Again, I'm putting some text in there so you can read it. Basically, as I mentioned in the text there, this is basically like MS command prompt. Okay, and I'm now going to, in a minute, when I get around to it, I'm going to show you the ls command, and so you'll see how it will work. There are other commands in Linux that are similar to Windows, but eventually I'll do a video on just the command line, so you can see some comparisons with Windows command and then the Linux equivalent. So again, I'll look into that, but I need to do a bit of research into that first, so I can give you a definitive list of a Windows command and how you would do that in Linux. So if people are interested and want to move from Windows, they can do it that way. So the first ls command on its own, as you can see, just lists it horizontally across. That's all the folders are coloured blue. So all those folders like desktop, documents, downloads, music, pictures, public, template and videos, they're the directories. So they're listed in dark blue, and one device with ls in Linux, they will colour the files depending on what type they are. So directories are usually a dark blue. If they're an executable, they'll be a different colour. And I've just shown you there, using the tag L as listed it straight down, almost like Windows would list it when you do a directory listing. So you've got a similar, just by tacking the L on the end. Also it gives you more information like the file size. So I've come out of it by typing exit. Well, that basically concludes this tutorial. It's only been a short one because obviously I wanted to keep it short. What in the next video I'm going to show will be the create an audio CD using Brasero, which is not installed, so I'll have to install it. Again, I'll do that on the video here to show how you install applications, and create an audio CD using the music from the YouTube audio library, so it's not copyrighted. But that's all for now. If you like the video, do give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. And if you want to see more videos, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to be informed of future videos. That's all for now. Bye bye.